right, hello. So we have a Bitcoin scalp to look at. I want to show you what to do on the low time frames. We're kind of late to this one, but nonetheless, no time better than now to do it. We're going to continue to show these, show out these ideas as often as possible, live while they're happening. So we'll go through what we have lined up here already. The basis around this trading thesis, this trading idea, this trading concept that's been very successful for me and for several other influencers is you have to mark out your support levels. This is on the 12-minute chart. This is on Bitcoin. You zoom out. This is what the 1 day looks like. Lots of lines, lots of action going on. We can go over into this chart as well. Let's clean this up. We'll come back to this to create a clean chart, just to give you a general idea of how to set it up. But right now we go back to the 12-minute. We want to go to first. You have to lay out your levels. All right. We're going to lay out basic levels here. We're not going to use Fibonacci yet. Um, Ultimately, this is the zone. We'll go to the 4-hour. This is the zone. Right. This is the zone we want to watch. We're looking for to start at the higher low. We're taking the fixed range profile, start the higher low of this range right there, and we mark it up to the very top. Right, that's our previous range. We mark that out as previous range. You click here, create horizontal line, color it how you want to, change the name. You can change it up here as well. We're going to just call it value area low. It's the low of that range, right? Okay, and then so on and so forth. You mark it off. You have the point of control there. You have the value area high here as well, right? Okay, just keep that in mind. So that's generally what we're playing with when we then zoom into the current price structure. Now the main thing we're worried about is this zone here. You can typically do the same thing from this zone, from this bottom to this top, which we will do. This bottom, this top, or you can do this top, but we got a top here. We're going to mark that out, right? So what happened in this zone? We broke through the value area high of the previous level, and now we're looking at the value area low of this entire level. Or excuse me, actually we're going to pull it back. We're going to go here because once you create this top, once you start getting the red candles, we're going to call that the top, and you're going to end up getting these zones. Now you're getting the value area low for, all right, we'll go with the price action that's closest. What did we end up getting from this? We end up getting a bounce off of this point of control level. Now we're going to make it a different color. Typically, what do I make the current structures color? We'll call it local. All right, so we call it local. We're going to just mark out the point of control now for this video, for the sake of this video. Horizontal line, we're going to make that purple. Oh, you're going to want to get the fixed range volume profile from this level, from this area here, and you scroll down. You should see the one in the middle under volume based projections. Okay, or volume projections, volume based tools. Okay, and I put it down here in the toolbar. Toolbar, you can get. Where's the toolbar? No, that's not it. Where is it? Trash. Oh, the stars. The stars down here, right? So you can favorite it. You click on the little star right here next to it, and it'll put it down in a little bar. All right, so we marked out the bounce area, and that's exactly where we went to. So if you would have had these two levels marked out already, now we're projecting to the future. We draw these lines out to the future. Now if we go lower, we end up, right, why is it doing that? Oh, let me fix this. To the right. Okay, we haven't done anything yet. We're calling this the local. Fucking hell, what the fuck is going on with this? Low to high. Fuck. So let's get this right. So let me go back. I believe I don't understand. So it doesn't pause. Oh, whatever. All right, we'll just go with it. Fuck, stupid. Right. So we go low to high. From here, we get that level. Now, the next range we look at, let's go into the 1 hour. We look at this cross range from here, from the high. Let's just go. It's fine. We want to go from basically somewhere around here in this level. And we want to pull it all the way to this level before we start getting a dip down under the value area low. So that's how we got this range. So from there, we retested this level here, across here, and sorry, fireworks. And we retested, bounced up, and then we end up breaking through that area of support. It looked like it was just it was support that was meant to be broken through. These wicks aren't very good support, right? So now we can mark out from the very top to where before we broke down, right? As that level, let me get rid of this first. And now we can mark out, okay, where can we possibly go for a retest? We broke down all the way down here. We end up hitting this local point, this very low level point of control. We bounced off of that level, and you could have assumed you could have taken profit at 106,800 and been safe, as obviously these wicks on the hourly weren't very stable. We broke back down even further. So the next level we'd be looking at, we broke down to the local value area high. We already had it marked out because we utilized this structure here. So we have, let's see, local. These lines aren't correct right now. I know it's getting confusing because for some reason the settings don't save. Let's fix it. Point of control, value area lows dashed, right? Okay, that's how we're supposed to have it. Okay, so we can get rid of this one just to clear it up. Right, so now we have these three levels: dotted, solid, dashed. Right, so we call that local value area low. It's very close to the all-time value area low. And we have the local POC, which is the level we were looking to bounce off of. Okay, so we zoom back in, and now we're able to say, all right, we have all those levels marked out. This is the level of interest that we're looking for. We got 1, 2, 3, and a break up, right? Actually, we wanted this lower, didn't we? We wanted this right there. I don't know why it moved. Okay, local point of control very close to that level, right? Or is it this level? No, it's this level. Delete, and we'll be able to see it better. And we need to fix the chart. So we got local point of control somewhere around 105, 100. And then from there, we have our next three levels marked out. How? We take fixed range from the top of this range to the bottom of this range, right? That gives us right where the purple lines are, value area low, point of control, value area high. Now the next target, the typical target, is the value area high, 106, 200. This is a scalp. Now, if you want to take only 80% off this trade and leave the rest to run and set your stop loss to in profit, that's typically how we roll. I set my target to 106, 100. I like to set it $100 before, just so I make sure in case there's an what do you call it, a front run on that level where there's a high amount of new short volume coming in, sell volume, then I'll have sold my bag off, right? So typically we want to come to this dotted line level here, and this is how I scalp on the low time frame. I can wake up in the morning, go to my phone. I have this set up on my phone, mark out the levels. Doesn't matter where we're at. I know where the previous level was. You can even come to this previous level, mark it out there, and you typically get somewhere around the same thing, especially the value area low, value area high. In order to confirm, what I do to confirm this is obviously we hit this level and then we mark it out. So we hit the level, we mark it out. You can even come back here to this previous level, we got a low, and you can mark it out very similarly, right? You can run off of that, but typically you want to break above this value area low first. When you break above this value area low first, and we broke above the value area low, we broke above the POC. Let me see if I can replay this. Nope, can't replay it. All right, you break above value area low, value area high. See, this is what we would call a front run. We would know that, oh, there was a level down lower, and then we started getting green candles above. But you don't have a confirmation that there's a front run until we break above with a solid candle above the value area low. Okay, so we set the value area low there. We broke above that, and we hit the POC, broke above that, front ran the value area high before we started making red candles. That tells me we have some lower to go, and that lower to go is still just the big support level we have right below. And look, somebody got executed very nicely. Probably made the most money they've made in a month just off of this trade, just knowing this level here, right? I was already off by a few $100s. I thought this was the level right here at 280, right? But I was wrong, and I still would have been, if I still would have held and just waited for this to come in, this to hit and then bounce back up, if I was even paying attention to this trade like that, then I would still be in a very good position at 105.200. But I didn't get back in until 105.650, right? Right around here where the value area low went green at. Once it went green, right? Once we went green, now we can mark off the level that hit that support level. So we want to use that support level as the bottom of this range. Now we break above the value area low, we retested it, broke back above, and this is where I got in. The retest of the value area low, pull up, we started getting green candles going into the point of control. And how was I able to tell we were getting green candles? We got a bullish divergence, if I can say this right. Golly, we got a lower low in price action, and we got a higher low. If you've been on my channel, you know exactly what the move is. And we got a green dot low, green dot high for a bullish confirmation. And money flow is flat here, and luckily we got a green candle, and we started seeing the move. We started seeing money flow attempting to go from up from red to green. This is on the 12-minute. You go back one time frame and you can start to see the green right there. We're starting to get a red dot on the 6-minute. Doesn't mean too much in the grand scheme of things, but it does tell us we're close to hitting the top of the range that we built out for ourselves, right? So and then obviously take all these things into consideration. We're already at the 100% mark for the RSI. We're at the 60 level for the momentum wave. The 12 minutes still wide open, so we could go a little bit higher. The 6 minutes trying to tell us we can come back down. But low time frames, when we have a red to green crossover on money flow, doesn't mean too much. It means money's coming back into the asset. So you could, for that, on that note, you would take majority of your profit here, which I did on this scalp trade. But you could also look a little bit higher. How do we do that? We take Fibonacci from low to that high, right? You see the high where the dashed line is, right? So now you can say, oh, there's a golden pocket. There's golden pocket confluence with the local value area high. Keep this in mind. Something I'll try to remind everybody. If you can touch the local point of control, your next target is the value area high. And also, if you can hit the value area low, right, and you have bullish signs, you have a bullish divergence at these levels. That's the most important thing I have to reiterate. Get rid of this. Is you want to look for bullish signals at these support levels. You can do it on any time frame. Doesn't matter. 1 minute. Let's see what the 1 minute looked like at that level. It's typically where we come in on the 1 minute. If you're at your desk or you're at your biggest screen and you're able to take the trade, and we can zoom in here, right? We got the bullish divergence starting right there, and you could have waited for that bullish divergence to happen right at this level. Even taking it at 105.67 would have been nice. And then you wait for this money flow to start curving up. You wait for price action to start moving up very quickly. You want to see these wicks at the bottom, and then a sharp move up over the, these are 1 minute candles over the course of 10 minutes, and now you're already back to the value area low. What's type of scalps can we guarantee ourselves a great trade? I'll tell you now is the large support where you're able to create a bullish divergence as it was created there, and then uh, you mark out the dip from where the dip started to where the dip ended, all the way up to the value area low. Right? You could have took that trade and you could have made, even if you just got in at 105.67 or 105.200 even, you would have went from 105.200 all the way up to 105.400. You could have put in a $400 trade at 20x, and you would have had $800 into the trade and made, what was this? 20x, you would have made 83% on that trade, 83% on an $80 trade. You would have made $60 really quick. That's how we operate. All right. So study this video, ask questions, because this is how I make trades. I wake up in the morning, 6:30, 6:20, 6:15 in the morning before the West Coast market opens. And I do this setup and I make these trades. If I can't find a strong support like this, then I don't take the trade. If I can't even find a local support like this value area low POC, right? Like we did this morning, reset chart, right? We found this level here. We got the value area low, we broke through the point of control, and then we took the trade to the value area high, and I was done with that trade. Got ready to go and didn't look back. Made a quick, what was it, 64% on that trade. In and out, done. Okay, so that's how we do this. If you have any questions, you got to ask. If you want to learn, if you want to change your life, this is the start of it. Let me see if I can think of anything else. Go back to the 12-minute. And so going back to, we have confluence here at the local value area high. And then ultimately we would like to retest this 786 confluence at 106,700. Ultimately, let's see what the 1 hour looks like. So now the last thing I want to say is what we're looking at is we're looking for a slow grind up. Yeah, we got a sharp move down to the local POC. Great. It's not the ultimate level we're looking for. Ultimate level we are looking for is the all-time high point of control. But if we were to look for higher levels, if we do think that we are going to still make all-time highs, we would like to come down to this level. But if we are going to bounce from this level, it's going to be a slow grinder, and I don't think we have time enough for enough volume to come in. But what would have to happen is we'd have to see this start bowling its way up. And as you can see, the momentum wave starting to come up. Momentum wave starting to come up as well, and the VWAP is coming up as well, right? And so we'd want to see some higher low price action. We don't want to see a red dot until we hit this 60 level. And if we do that, then we can talk about coming back to 106,700 again or higher, right? Okay. But ultimately, we do want to fully retest this 106,700 level, which happens to be the value area low for the top of the previous, of this current structure, not previous, of this current structure, right? So we're going to leave it at that. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Thanks for watching.